Hey guys, I decided to make another video about disassembling this thing, and I just have a lot of fun making them. So start off, I wanted to address three things if I was going to jam my computer and work on it. The GPU is really saggy, so I have to use this support to hold it up. When I take this part out, you can see just how much it flops down. It's really saggy because it's only held in by like a bracket on the very end of the card. And then this cable, it's a straight cable, so it takes this bend, and I don't really like making a crazy bend on 12-volt high power cables, especially since I have a tendency of melting. And I also didn't like how loud the power supply is when I turn eco mode off, which means the fan actually spins up. Eco mode just doesn't spin the fan, which I don't like. I turned the gain to accentuate it. The whole point of building an overkill liquid cooling loop like this was for absolute silence under operation. And then my last complaint is how floppy this whole drain valve area is. And also the drain valve is not the lowest point loop, so water gets trapped in all the tubing below it, the GPU block, all that. We're going to address all that. And I recorded everything, so I'm taking you guys along the journey with me. Hope you enjoy. Let me just preface the entire video with how easy it is to work on liquid cooling when your computer case has caster wheels. I was able to rotate it around so easily and effortlessly. I love the caster wheels. So I have a Corsair HX 1200i shift. It shifts all the connections from the back of the PSU to the side. I have a cable mod 12-volt high power right angle, a vertical GPU bracket from Cooler Master, and a PSU cable kit from Corsair. So first I start off by opening up this GPU bracket to see what all is included. I had watched a lot of videos and read a lot of content about how secure this makes your vertical GPU. I jumped the gun and bought one. Comes with a riser cable. Alright, and here's the power supply. You can see there's an IQ hub built into it, so that simplifies cable management even further. And then all the power connectors are on the side instead of the back where that hub is. Alright, and the real star of the show is this right angle 12-volt high power cable. That'll prevent me from putting any weird bends in the cable, because I'm very paranoid that my GPU is going to melt, and TPU is causing an arm and a leg right now because of AI. Thanks AI. I went with this cable mod right angle one. Instead of getting any adapters, it's just a straight from the PSU to the GPU. I'll reveal later why this was not the right kit, but this is the PSU cable kit from Corsair. I figured I should get a Corsair cable kit because I'm getting a Corsair power supply, so not much to add here, just individual sleeve cables. Looks good. I decided to go white to give my computer some accent colors.
Dark, you keep trying to hide the scars, but I don't need you anymore. That's the best part. In between love and obsession, caught in the wreckage. Let me be. You are a prison. Why won't you listen? And
Alright, so I have a little bit of a dilemma. The new power supply that I'm putting in has 2 channels for an IQ hub. Basically, it has one of these in there. This has 2 channels. The only issue is each one of these channels only supports 12 devices, so 24 total, but it has to be split. So I need to figure out a way to power 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The pump is 24. The pump is 24, so that makes 24 devices. I could do 12 and 12, but then the case, the lighting on the front of the case and the USB hub, I think counts as another 2 devices. It has 1 cable, so maybe it's 1 device, but I might have to run a single hub. I'm not sure. Alright, so we decided to run it, ignoring those numbers for now. So we have 16 fans because we have 8 on the top, 8 on the bottom. Fingerprint right there. We got 8 on the bottom, 8 on the top. So we have to divide it that way. 8 go into one channel, 8 go into the other, because how the system link works, the IQ link, whatever it's called, it used to only support 14 devices, 7 per channel. But then they updated the firmware, so it supports 24 devices, 12 per channel. But anything past the 7 devices per channel up to the 12 dims down to prevent too much power draw. So these will dim like by 10% because there's only 8 devices per channel when it should be 7 per channel originally. So it's only 1 device extra, so these will dim the least. And then I have the 2 rear fans, and the 2 LED strips I have in the case go here for a total of 4. And these 4 run to this guy. These 2 things are needed when you have a strip, because the strip is a different connector, it's not an IQ header. So the front panel LEDs count as a single device, so those go into here, this strip. That comes from the 4, connects here, that makes 5, that goes into here, this is the we're going to use the built-in hub and then the single other hub. Because I have 25 devices, I literally can't connect them all. So we have 5 going into one channel. And then these 4 come from this one, which is the pump, and then the 3 front fans. So those 4 go into here, making 9 on the single hub, 16 on the other. So that should be all of our devices. We just need to power this hub. We don't need to power that up because it's built into the power supply. And then both hubs need a USB header, so we'll run that after we do some other stuff to clean this up a little bit.
Oh yeah, you look so pretty in black. The weight on me just problematic. I hate that you're the boy of my dreams.
Doesn't this just bring back memories? Modifying the bracket. It's like the very first time I built this computer. So, I didn't have a drum on the I just have a cutoff a little bit. I cut all those slots out because with the vertical GPU adapter that Chromemaster makes, it kind of blocks the ports. So, cut those off, sand it down so I don't get any nasty cuts. I don't have a file, I need to get a file, but will do.
I'm sitting on your bed up in the sheets again. You look so pretty going down on me. You're so high, you think it's true love. That high. You can be my dirty little secret. Cross your heart, I'll keep it. 'Cause if not, you hope you die. I'm poison in your veins now, making your heart race now. Bad boy, heaven tonight. Tonight, bad boy, heaven tonight. And I can't escape, I can't escape. I'm in bad boy, heaven tonight. Tonight. This is my type of bad advice, twist the knife. I found
So slight hiccup. I got these Corsair sleeve cables. You'll see there it says Type 4. On the power supply, it says Type 5. Now this is the CPU cable. If you notice, that's a little too big for that. So when I use because that's the Type 4, I guess, the Type 5 is smaller. So when I use the Type 5 CPU cable included with the power supply, it fits in there, no problem. This is a cable mod one fits in there, but gotta order a Type 5 set. Yippee.
They call, got me back in my head, oh. No sleep, I've been up in my bed, oh. Let me know, if you feel it the same, if you're playing the game while you say my name. I can read your eyes, got me hypnotized. Oh, you don't gotta hide, your body says it all tonight. These are the nights I chase, 'cause you stick in my head.
So I haven't tightened the adjustment screw up here. I haven't even put it in. I'm taking it out so I can just slide the GPU out, but look at this thing, dude. No sag at all. I barely move it. It's so structurally sound in there that absurd. But yeah, I think because I'm still waiting on those power supply cables, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mock up the connections I want to do from the pump to the GPU, because I need to do new connections from the supply of the pump to on the radiator. I have it capped off right now because I drained that half of the system. So I'm gonna do a mock-up so I can make a little bit of progress all the way for those cables, because so the only other thing left is the tubing and the cables, but I don't have the cables, so I can't do that yet. But yeah, I'm gonna play around with all the leftover tubing I have. You can see here, if I were to connect this, it's too short, so I need to bend the new one. But I can still use this tube because it has a lot of length to it. I can still use, I don't think I'll need a 90, but I can use this section for any and as well as this guy. I can just use the tube. I don't want to waste it. Alright guys, this is how I've decided to mock it up. So I have these two extensions because I really didn't like having a really short tube here. So I want to go around the screen because this is the supply. You can't use this or this. This is why I think these are returns. But when around the screen, into a drain valve at the lowest point, so it should be easier in the future to drain. Then up to the flow sensor, and that's going to be two 90s, two 90-degree fittings into a single 90. I'll end up, I haven't cut this yet, but I'll end up looking like this basically. A 90 going into a 90-degree fitting. And then I have one long hole tube that isn't touched that I'll have to bend from here to here. But that should be easy. I'm just going to do the same way I did before. Just a straight coming off here, down into a 90, into another 90, into a straight here.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so that's all the cables managed. Looks pretty fucking good if I do say so myself, and I am. Got the EPS, got the motherboard. Although it comes nicely down the power supply, all the excess is zipped in, velcroed out of the way. I will say these shift power supplies are pretty cool. Fortunately, I just have little doors that go here, but you know, I know what everything does, what everything goes to, so. And then I have this little pump because if I ever need to fill the reservoir, I don't want to have to unplug everything from the power supply, put the jumper on the motherboard, whatever. I take my spare power supply, I plug in the pump separately to a different hub, so I can power that by itself without powering anything else. So yeah, now we just gotta install the GPU and bend the new tubing and should be good to go.
Land time fly, can't stop, won't stop, hit the skyline while everybody else flies, cause I'm downright keeping things on lock, I'm about mine, sipping on the proof shots. Land time fly, can't stay in one place, we the outside, going at it all day till it's nighttime. Now I can't see straight, but it's alright, I'm doing things my way. I'm going down, down, I'm going down, down, I'm going. Stay out of my business, attitude switching, no speed limit, chrome heart dripping, righting my wrongs, brighten that picture, future so blurry, couldn't frame it with a filter. You sort of don't know how I act, baby. Need some money in the city where the bags at. Took her out of work and now she never going back to it. Said it feels better when you come and put your hands on it. Oh yeah, don't got no money so you spending mine. Back to LA and now we going up. Came from the back and now we in the front. Still in the club and now you know we letting time fly. Can't stop, won't stop, hit the skyline while everybody else flies, cause I'm downright keeping things on lock, I'm about mine, sipping on the proof shots. And time fly, can't stay in one place, we been outside, going at it all day till it's nighttime. Now I can't see straight, but it's alright, I'm doing things my way. I'm going, I'm about I'm going in one way.
Alright guys, all of our hard work, all the time lapsing is for this. I bent the new 90, double 90. So, this is the new tube, all this is pretty much new. I mean, I use scraps, but I'm a lot happier with the setup. It does block the screen a little bit more because it's supposed to come out a little bit, the extension, but it's so rigid now, it's not super wobbly like other ones. It's kind of held in place by tension from this tube. And I'll just kind of push against it, and when I tighten it, it's not going anywhere. So, got the new GPU bracket, which is stellar because there's like no play in the GPU now. So, I got new white sleeves cabling with the new PSU. So, I'm very happy with how this turned out. It's kind of a pain in the ass at first, but I'm very stoked. So, once that's good, which it's gonna be because it hasn't dropped at all, I'll put all the panels back on and then fill it up. Alright guys, so it's been an hour, hasn't dropped at all. So that means that the pressure is good. So now we just hit it with one of these. Honestly, I might move this here. I might move this extension here to pull it away from the screen more. Alright, so I removed the extension. I don't exactly know why I put it on there, but very happy with this. Everything is very, except for this. There we go. Everything is very straight, the drain valve is nice and centered right in the front here. So it should be super fucking easy to drain in the future because that's also the lowest point. It's lower than this guy, so stuff won't get trapped here. So I'm just gonna do one more pressure test because I changed the order of things and I want to make sure it's all tight and leak tight. So after that, we'll fill it.
Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about you, girl. I've been stuck in my head and I don't know what to do. How do you feel about me? How do you feel about me, girl? It's how we used to be. It's how we used to be. Woke up in the bitch like, what's up? Haven't seen your face in 2 months. Now I did a shit not just once. Yeah, do you notice me anymore? Girl, you know we've been here before. Girl, quit the act and live with me. And we both know it's no secret now. You got my head on the ground, oh, you got it all. Can't you see? You were made for me. You were made for me at all. Give it up, 'cause I know that you're not satisfied at all. Can we talk about the way that you just pushed me against the wall? Said enough, 'cause I know you like to lie to me, girl. 'Cause I just wanna know, 'cause I just wanna know. How do you feel about me? How do you feel about me, girl? It's how we used to be. It's how we used to be.
Alright, well, we are back to being whisper quiet with the PSU fan spinning. It's like 20% RPM. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. This is a blast to make. It's a hobby of mine to work on beaters, and it also happens to be really fun to make montages of all the lighting effects. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Hopefully I don't have any more upgrades to do on my computer for a while because the consumer electronic market is kind of fucked. So hopefully this lasts me a while. But I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much.